The inaugural session of the National Assembly, or NA's 9th legislature, kicked off on Monday with members electing former Prime Minister Thongloun Sisoulith as the President of Laos to replace retiring President Bounnhang Vorachit. He was elected by a majority vote of 161 approve, 1 not approve, and 1 abstain, respectively.
ได้เลือกตั้งให้ข้าพเจ้าดำรงตำแหน่งเป็นประธานประเทศ
Addressing the session shortly after his election, the new president, who is also General Secretary of the Lao People's Revolutionary Party Central Committee, said,
สมาชิกสภาแห่งชาติชุดที่ 9 ที่ได้ให้ความเชื่อมั่นและไว้วางใจต่อข้าพเจ้า
May I give my commitment to this Honorable National Assembly that I will always respect and strictly observe the Constitution and laws. I will be loyal and honest to the nation and the multi-ethnic people. I will work alongside other party and state leaders to do whatever we can to build conditions that secure national stability, security, and sustain socio-economic development to further improve people's livelihoods. Monday's sessions was attended by party and state leaders, retired party cadres, National Assembly members, and members of the diplomatic corps and international organizations in Laos. The session also elected the former National Assembly President Mrs. Pani Yathotu and former Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Bounnhang Vorachit as Vice Presidents. Former Vice President Bounnhang Vorachit was elected as Prime Minister by a majority vote, 158 approve, 3 not approve, and 1 abstain, respectively.
ที่ได้ให้ความเชื่อมั่นไว้วางใจและลงคะแนนเสียงรับรองเอาการแต่งตั้งข้าพเจ้าให้ดำรงตำแหน่งเป็นนายกรัฐมนตรีตามการเสนอของท่านประธานประเทศ
Addressing the session, the new premier pledged to dedicate all his efforts and wisdom along with other members of his 9th cabinet to perform their role in an honest manner in order to realize the resolution adopted by 11th Party Congress, the goals of the 9th 5-year National Socio-Economic Development Plan, and the resolution adopted by the National Assembly 9th Legislature. Prior to the election of the President and Prime Minister, the session also elected former President of the Lao Front for National Development, Dr. Saisampon Phomvihane, as President of the National Assembly's 9th Legislature. Former head of the Party Central Committee's External Relations Committee, Ms. Sunthorn Sanyachak, former Minister to the Prime Minister's Office, Professor Dr. Jalun Yao former Vice Presidents of the Lao Front for National Development, Kambai Damlat, former Minister of Natural Resources and Environment, Somat Phonsena, and former Deputy Minister of National Defense, Lieutenant General Suwon Leung Bunmi, were elected Vice Presidents of the National Assembly.
รัฐบาลชุดที่ 9 เสนอปรับปรุงกงจักรการจัดตั้งจำนวนหนึ่งขึ้นใหม่โดยการ
The session also approved the organizational structure of the National Assembly and organizational structure of the government and cabinet members.
โดยการซับซ้อนโฮมเอาบรรดาเวียกงานของบรรดากระทรวงและองค์การเทียบเท่าที่ค่ายคือกันเข้ากัน
17 ministries, 2 ministry equivalent organizations, the Prime Minister's Office and the Bank of the Lao PDR, and cabinet members to head these organizations were approved. Under the new administration, there is now 1 minister less after the party's Politburo recently dissolved the Ministry of Science and Technology. Minister of National Defense, General Jansamon Janyalat, Minister of Planning and Investment, Dr. Sonsai Siphandorn, and former Minister of Information, Culture and Tourism, Professor Dr. Kikiao Kaikampitun, were elected as Deputy Prime Ministers. The session elected the former head of the Party Central Committee's Propaganda and Training Board, Mr. Kampan Pomatat, as President of the State Inspection Authority. Former President of the State Audit Organization, or SAO, Ms. Viengthong Siphandorn, was elected as President of the People's Supreme Court. Mr. Saisana Khotputhorn was elected as Supreme Prosecutor, and Mr. Malaithong Gomasit was elected as President of the SAO. The 5-day session will debate and approve a new number of documents, including the 5-year socio-economic development and state budget plan for 2021 to 25. The session will also hear a report on the implementation of the 8th 5-year socio-economic development and budget plans for 2016-2020.
ที่ได้ให้ความเชื่อมั่นและไว้วางใจให้ดำรงตำแหน่งอันมีเกียรติและสำคัญนี้
Two reports to be presented by the Supreme Prosecutor
เพื่อเสริมขยายมูลเสือของการปฏิบัติหน้าที่พระบทบาทศาลประชาชนสูงสุด
and the People's Supreme Court were also on the agenda.
ข้าพเจ้าขอรับเอาการมอบหมายหน้าที่อันสำคัญและมีเกียรตินี้
The State Audit Organization and the State Inspection Authority will also deliver reports before the National Assembly presents its report on plans to enact and amend laws over the next 5 years.
งามขอขอบใจ